How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with a quick little update video. You may have noticed I've been MIA. There is reason for that. I explained on my last video. For those who had watched it, I said I wasn't going to put out another video until I finished Alan Wake 2. Now, I am right at the end of Alan Wake 2. I have all the footage shot. I'm ready to post the video. I just need to finish the game. I'm kind of stuck at a certain point right at the end of the game. And the thing is, for me, I have my main TV downstairs where the Series X is hooked up to it and the PS4 Pro. I got a 360 hooked up to it and a PS3. So the issue I'm having is, and those of you who have a cat can probably relate, when my cat is sleeping upstairs, everything's kosher. I'm able to go downstairs and play Alan Wake 2. But the moment my cat gets up and comes downstairs, okay, he's climbing on the entertainment unit. He's trying to weasel his way on top of the PS4. He's jumping around. He's doing all crazy stuff. He's got obviously some behavioral problems, right? So that's the thing. When I'm trying to game downstairs, it can prove itself to be quite difficult because it all depends on if my cat's sleeping or not. If he comes downstairs, it's game over. Xbox is shut off. I can't sit there and play Alan Wake 2 when my cat's trying to get at the Xbox. I can't. So that's one of the reasons why it's taking me so long to get through Alan Wake 2. The other reason is, and it kind of ties into today's topic of conversation, if you will. Let me have a sip of my wine. We're talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. Trailer is soon to be released, I believe, on Tuesday. Now, today, apparently, there was some footage that was leaked, and there was the actual trailer was leaked as well. Dreamcast guy says it's some guy that works at Rockstar. His son got a hold of his hard drive and leaked all this stuff. I don't know what to believe. But I don't really want to talk about that too much. I wanted to just sort of stress, I don't know if stress is the right word, but I am just not that excited. I am not that excited for Grand Theft Auto 6. And you'd think that of all people, I would be excited for Grand Theft Auto 6. I have all the Grand Theft Auto games. I'm a huge fan of Miami Vice, one of my most favorite television shows of all time. I have all the seasons. Grand Theft Auto Vice City was really good as well, as you can see here, the original Xbox version. And Grand Theft Auto 5, while I didn't purchase it on day of launch, I don't even think I could get a copy. It was sold out at Walmart. I picked it up a few days after it came out. And at the time, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really impressive seeing this on the 360. Hard to believe it was that long ago. But I guess my main problem, probably two things I guess we could talk about. My main issue with Grand Theft Auto 6 is I'm just kind of burned out on open world games right now. I am really burned out on open world games. Starfield, I am excited to go back to it, but that took a long time to beat. Several years ago, I beat Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2, and I never returned to it. It's just too intimidating to go back into it. I played through the Far Cry games recently, majority of them. That was exhausting. And then Alan Wake 2, while not really an open world game, I'm already over 20 hours into it and I'm exhausted. So there's a trend here. I think a lot of it has to do with my age. Obviously, I'm in my 40s. Life gets busy, even for someone such as myself that doesn't have any kids. And it's just getting really difficult to be able to devote 60 hours of my time to one of these huge magnum opuses. So that's the one big thing that sort of turns me off about Grand Theft Auto 6. Is it's going to be one of those games where you're going to have to sit down. It's going to take fucking... For me personally, it's going to take me 6 months to beat it. And you guys, some of you may not realize it, but that's a huge chunk of your life, okay? 6 months. We're not on planet Earth for very long, folks. So yeah, I'm pretty burned out on these huge open world games. I'm kind of itching to play more of the bite-sized experiences lately. The games that are, 10 hours long or 15 hours long. Even that to me feels like a long game. But like I said, Starfield felt like forever to beat. And then Alan Wake 2, I'm already a month into it and I'm still trying to beat it. It's difficult. And the other thing too, and maybe you would disagree with this, but Grand Theft Auto 6, apparently, it takes place in Vice City, so a fictional take on Miami. Again, I love that setting. I enjoyed it in Miami Vice. It was really cool in Vice City. It takes place in the 80s, right? It was even cool in Need for Speed Heat. But my problem is with these open world games, and it became quite apparent actually when I played Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm not really big on playing these sandbox open world games in current day, in current times. What I mean by that, I'm talking about the setting in the game. Like it takes place in modern times and you're running around in the city and you've got your cell phone and you're jumping into a Ferrari and you're going down a busy street and then you're going into a burger joint. Then you're going into a movie theater, you're going into a theme park. Because for me, I deal with enough of that in real life, okay? When I have my downtime, I don't want to actually be in the city, okay? I just want to shut my brain off, okay? And that's why when I have to, well, I don't have to, but when I choose to play an open world game, like a Red Dead Redemption 2 or The Outer Worlds or Starfield, those games can get a bit of a pass because I like the environment that I'm in. I like the idea of being a cowboy on a horse in that time period, okay? I like the idea of being in outer space, okay? It's giving me a nice break from reality, okay, as far as my mental space is concerned. So for me, and for a lot of you out there, if you're spending a good chunk of your week in the city, okay, the last thing you want to do is come home, sit on your couch, and from a visual perspective, jump back into that hustle and bustle of the city with all this shit going on and missions in Grand Theft Auto and your phone's going off. I was almost going to say pager. Text messages, your phone's beeping. I'm honestly not that hyped for Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm not. And I'm being brutally honest with you guys when I say that. I know there's a lot of people that are posting clickbait videos out there talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. I am really not that excited for it, to be honest with you. I would be much more excited for a new IP or a Red Dead Redemption 3. Okay? Something that removes me from 2023. Okay? Something that puts me in a different era, a different decade, a different visual setting. Does that make sense to you guys? I don't know if it does or not, okay? It's like a couple of years ago, I tried to go back and play this. Now, admittedly, I tried to go back on the 360 and play this. It was probably not the greatest idea. Obviously, the frame rate is not what it could be. You play this on the re-released versions that came out on the Xbox One, or even the newest version of this, which came out on the Series X and the PS5, would be buttery smooth, right? But even still, when I put this on, immediately I was like, in the pit of my stomach, I was like, this isn't quite as good as I remembered it. I'm like, I'm not really that excited to play this again. So I just wanted to sort of get that out there and maybe get your guys's take on the matter. Are you excited for Grand Theft Auto 6? I know a lot of you probably are, but I couldn't be any more honest with you guys. I'm not really that excited for it. I'm not really that excited. I tried to watch the trailer today. Couldn't even find it. They've all been taken down by Rockstar lawyers. But I wasn't that aggressive. How should I say it? I wasn't aggressively looking for it either. I looked for it on YouTube and I couldn't find it. And I just, I'll wait for Tuesday. But yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm just, again, two things. I'm burned out on open world games. I'm burned out on games that take 30 to 40 hours to complete. And I'm burned out on games that take place in the modern day. I like games that take place in an alternate universe, or maybe an older decade like the 50s or the 60s or the 70s, as an example. I don't know. I know maybe I'm in the minority about that. But yeah, I'm burned out on Grand Theft Auto. It's too bad Rockstar, can't sort of get away from it. But I understand it's their bread and butter. That's what's going to bring in the money. And make no mistake, Grand Theft Auto 6 will come out, and there'll be a single player campaign. But when it's all said and done, the game is just going to become GTA Online, right? It's not going to be known as GTA 6. Grand Theft Auto is becoming more like a Call of Duty than it is as far as its single player campaigns are concerned, because I guess maybe Red Dead Redemption 2 is not a really good example, because I don't think the online online multiplayer, on that game really took off. But we never got any single player DLC for Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'd be shocked if we got any for Grand Theft Auto 6. So yeah, that's it. That's it for this video. Just a quick hot take. Cut it off here right around the 12-minute mark. What are your thoughts on Grand Theft Auto 6? Are you excited for it, or are you like me? Are you pretty burned out on these types of games, and you're not really that hyped for it? Leave it in the comments below. Again, hopefully, when I come back, either tomorrow or the day after, I'll be posting that long-awaited Alan Wake 2 review video, So, yeah. Be on the lookout for that. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Oh, I'm using new lighting that I purchased a couple of days ago. I don't know if you guys can tell or not. I can change the the LED bulb on it to different colors. I'm just playing around with it right now. I don't know if it looks any better. But believe it or not, I've got a huge bulb right in my face, PK in the Universe style. So hopefully, for anyone who has complained about my lighting before, hopefully it's a little bit better today. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.